Hey boys, welcome back to some more Career 19 career mode, and it is the knockout final of our Sheffield Shield season here, taking on the Tigers, who we versed last episode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I was looking at the start here, and I'm like, is this the same game? But no, it's the it is a final encounter. I don't think, is it the final? I think it might be, which would make sense, and it's sort of the opposite. We're playing in Bloodstone Arena. I think that's, yeah, it was Tassie's home game. So we're going to win the toss. It's a grassy pitch. It does look pretty green. We're going to have a bowl first. So the outfield looks beautiful. I'm thinking of last episode. It wasn't like a bad outfield, but it was definitely a lot duller looking. This one is very, very green. So hopefully we can pick up a few quick early wickets. It looks like we're off to a pretty solid start. We're going to come into the fray here, and ball looks pretty good still. We're 4 for 72. Matty Wade and George Bailey. Not pretty decent little stand to come into the crease at 4 down. Wade is he's struggling a little bit. One off 16 now. He's just sort of getting into it. Doesn't want to lose his head early on, but it's a good chance to come in. Obviously, a couple of newish batters to the crease. You can't, we'd probably want Wade to sort of play a little bit more of his natural aggressive game to hopefully pick up a wicket or two, but we've come in back here into our 5th over, keeping it tight, but these two are starting to get a little bit of a wriggle on. Wade is now 10, George Bailey 32, so a good little partnership forming. We definitely need to break it apart as we come in here. Beautifully swept there. The outfield is lightning. Thankfully, he comes across and stops it as an absolute collapse. It was a decent little stand with Wade and Bailey as Chris Lynn gets a ton. Labuschagne approaching his ton as well, 88. But the Tigers there collapsed, and it's pretty. It's just what happens, dude, as we come out to the middle. 1050s, and probably like half of those have been like probably more than half have been in the 70s. So, a bit disappointing not to convert that into a big one, but this is a great day to do it. Great day, final, and it's a good platform. Lead by 52 at the minute. It's a good ball. We play a bit of a loose shot. It's definitely swung, definitely some swing, definitely a little bit of seam movement off this grassy pitch. So we do have to be careful. They've got, that's a good ball, dude. That is an absolute ripper from Meredith. Good lord. Have to look at the replay for this one, because this swung. It seemed to swing so late. It was quick as well. We would look at this. This one just hooped. The ball is look at that. Shiny side on the inside. Jeez, that is gone. That was an absolute ripper, dude. That's probably the best ball we've ever faced in the career mode. It didn't get us out, thankfully. It was too good to even edge. He's cranking it up. We're coming out to the furnace here. I usually like the pace on the bat, but our first few balls, absolute nightmare to face. But we've survived. The field they've got, they change it all the time, but this sort of field, it's a pretty decent field for the swing and the seam movement. As you finally get one away there, it actually jagged back a little bit, so maybe tried the cutter or just the natural in-swinger, and able to punch it for 4 as Jackson Bird takes up the fray, but probably in this situation as Labuschagne's actually got his 100 off 151, so we're set up nicely here. This is a very good little sort of platform to work off, as we do lead by 71. So yeah, we're looking good here, looking good for the first innings. But Jackson Bird, he's going for a few runs. It's a beautiful pull shot. It's getting his sort of pace. like I said, I like the pace, but probably that 150k, 145, 150, like that's quick and that's tough to face. But this sort of 130 to 140, it's definitely the easiest to face in pretty much any cricket game, but especially this game. I feel like most people find this as well, but those like 110k medium bowlers are just the absolute worst. As this one again is absolutely just smoked to the boundary. We're looking good. We survived that first over from Meredith, and now we're reaping some rewards for a bit of luck. Gotta say, we could have been out any of those first 4 deliveries. They were very decent bowling. This one played nicely through the gap there. They changed the field, left that point to third man open, and this time just able to get a little bit of battle on it to punch it for a couple. So we move into 16 off 16. So a slow and steady start, or play and miss type of start, has started to open up a little bit, and again just cracked. I know that the swing has gone out of it, and it's going straight onto the middle of the bat. So it's feeling good. The pitch it does have a greenish tinge, but it's definitely not doing too much. And the outfield, like I said, it's racing. I do find that like the pitch definitely plays a factor, but then I don't know if the outfields actually do change how quickly the ball travels, but it does seem like when you come into a game, there's some matches where it does fly across the outfield, and sometimes it does hold up. So I'm assuming it does, but I haven't really looked at creating a stadium too much and seeing if that affects it. But from anecdotal evidence, it definitely seems like it affects it. So it's good. It's good. You get rewards for your shots when it's a nice lush. Well, not lush. It looks lush, but if it was too lush, it would hold up. But it's like a carpet, so it's absolutely flying to the rope. So 28 off 25. Labuschagne, he was 100 off 151. He's now 100 off 172. He's hit a wall. He's absolutely hit a wall. I don't know what he's doing. He's got his 100. You would think sort of the pressure is off now, like open up a bit, but he's digging in. He's trying to make this 100 into a big one, but to do that, he's going to have to start scoring some runs. As again, hitting it through the cover region this time. The offside has been an absolute bread and butter this inning so far. Not too many leg side. They've been pretty tight with their line on and around off stump, or probably a touch wide at times. That's where we're having a little bit of help in terms of getting some runs. Just getting a little bit wide outside off stump and able to go through with the shots as Jackson Bird continues. And that one's flicked away. First ball that's really leg side, and we're able to put it to the rope. Even that one, like ideal footwork and shot type, but just okay for the timing, and it just raced across the outfield. On another ground, it would barely even get out of the inner circle. So yeah, there's definitely every match, and I've talked about it before, but every match does feel so much more unique, I guess. The pitches feel unique, and the fields themselves, as it's a beautiful little glance off the hip. That's a good addition to the game as well. Like that sort of shot, I don't think that sort of shot ever used to be in the previous cricket games. Like I even looked at the replay here, because it's just it's sort of this leg glance just on the back foot, just beautifully glanced away like that. I'm pretty sure, like, that type of shot, I don't know what's doing with my my armpit under the freaking shirt. It was all black for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. This one is a full bunger. Jackson Bird, he's getting it wrong here. I don't know if that was actually, no, who is this? It's not Jackson Bird, is it? Full toss though, absolutely shocking. It is Jackson Bird. What's he's none for 110 off his 17.5 overs. he's struggling out here. He's absolutely struggling. Take him off. Sort of the face threw me off as, wait, now, I think it's the same, I think that's what threw me off. The same, it looked like the same face for Bell here and Jackson Bird. Maybe I just missaw the wrong person when it showed the replay, but they look like the exact same face. Maybe not though. If we get another close-up of Jackson Bird, we'll see. But again, beautiful shot. The cover driving. We've moved on. We've raced on to 48 off 40. So another half century in the works here. And, you know, hopefully, we can actually convert as we move on to 49. Labuschagne, he started to go again. 110 as this one's going to be punched for a nice single. And, geez, almost run yourself out, you freaking goose. But there you go, 50 off 45. 9 boundaries. Very good stuff. Hitting the gaps. You know, it was tough work. There's been some good bowling, but there's been some rubbish as well. And we've put Jackson Bird away numerous occasions as Bo Webster, sort of our arch nemesis. The off spin. I've talked about it plenty of times, but the off spin is an absolute nightmare to face. But thankfully, he's coming around the wicket, which this sort of tactic, like when they come around the wicket like this, they always bowl it like outside leg, or I lied because that one was not outside leg. But generally when they come around the wicket, you would think they would pitch it around there, like try to drift it away and like spin back through the gate. But it does seem like when they go around the wicket, they bowl leg side. And it makes the spin much more comfortable to play because it's sort of been, I don't know if I'd say an issue, because in real cricket, you know, like, I guess it is always, like, if people are bowling your, like, on your pads and stuff, like, generally, if you're a decent batter, like, you should be putting those away. And in the game sense, like, if people are bowling on your pads rather than outside off, like, it is much easier to score. And I guess in that sense, like, it does make sense. But I guess, I don't know, it's weird because in the game, like, it feels like it's more magnified in the sense that outside off, like, you can very easily edge the ball, but like on the stumps, probably, yeah, it's not so much like on leg side, it's more like bowling at the stumps. You can easily work to the leg side on a video game, but you know, there's no real way to sort of counteract that, I guess, unless you make batting extremely difficult, which, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to, but yeah, it would have to change like a lot of the way the game is. But yeah, that's sort of the thing, is they're continuing on with this sort of field of no mid off, and we are just absolutely eating it up here. This is not great bowling. It is Meredith coming in, but he is definitely not steaming in as quick as he was. So I like this fact as well. Like during the day, as the day goes on, it actually does feel like the bowling gets easier to face. I felt like in previous games it didn't really change. Like the hard bowlers to face, they would still feel the hardest. But in this game, I feel like the pace bowlers, he is cranking it up here. There are a couple of decent deliveries, but I feel like the pace bowlers, the outright pace bowlers, if you do face like a few overs from them, it does get easier to play. And again, over pitching, you know, pushing for that wicket, as we've lost a couple of wickets here. I was going to talk about it just before that. Who was in? Was it Wildermuth? Wildermuth was just in, and he was like none off 12, and then he's departed, so Jimmy Pearson is now to the creases. We have moved on to 73 off 63, another 70, but surely as another good ball. It's still swinging, and it looks like it's going to be, well, the new ball is going to be available after this over. You would expect them to take it, but I don't know, maybe it's reversing a little bit. It's that one again, it's going away nicely, like that good length ball outside off, like we try to play a shot to that and easily edge it through the slips, and a little bit of, you know, finally starting to be a little bit more patient. Like I want the ton, just that ball. They keep tempting me, dude. I'm on 70. It's happened so many times, just that delivery that just goes away a little bit. Oh, it's got me out so many times in the 70s, so, just got to be careful. But unfortunately, another wicket. Michael Neser is now to the crease, who is, he can hold his own with the bat for sure, but putting a little bit of pressure on us. The pressure is already on with trying to get the ton at the best of times for how many times we've got out in the 70s or, even above 50. But now the 6 wickets down, we have to be now mindful of the fact that we are running out of partners, as that is again beautifully played through the covers. Again, just over pitching slightly. They've been keeping a fairly tight line and length the last couple of overs, but finally getting one we can play through the gap for a well-earned boundary. And that's sort of how we got to play this. That is a glorious on drive. We were admiring our work for a second, but it looks like it is going to trickle over the rope just. So a couple of back-to-back fours, but that's what we gotta just sort of play the good balls on their merits, and then the bad balls we gotta play a natural game. We're in the 80s now. I think it's the first time we've gotten to the 80s, so I think this is our highest score in our career mode in first class cricket for sure. But we need to convert. We really need to convert. And for the game sense, that's a beautiful shot though. Jeez, a bit risky, but it was a short and wide ball. Like I just touched on, we have to still play a natural game. If we turtle up and get too anxious, and that's how you get out in the 80s and 90s. Is a short ball again. They're tempting me. They, we love playing the short stuff. As we a run out in that stage would have absolutely been a heartbreaker. So thankfully, not to be. And we move on to 90 off 78. The lead is 174, so we're in an absolute dynamic position. There's another short pitch bowling. I like it. As we're going to push for 2. Thankfully, they throw the bowlers in, so we come back comfortably. I guess this is a little bit of a plan. We're in the 90s. They're bowling short because we're going to play our shots to the short stuff. But at the moment, we've got 8 runs off this over and fast approaching that centuries. I was going to play a shot, and then I was going to leave it. And at the end of it, we didn't do anything, but it counts as a leave, so we're happy with that one. As Sandhu comes in again, and this one again we're gonna get away with 4. Jeez, it's a risky shot, but I felt in good form. I felt confident. 96 off 82. The moment of truth. Bell comes into the crease and it's guided away beautifully. Back with a point. That is going to be the 4. That is going to be the triple figures. He's pumped. I'm pumped. We've finally done it. 83 deliveries, 17 fours. Just an outstanding innings. We've had to work hard in patches of this innings, and it feels good. It's another ripping ball. Well left though, over off stump. There's our wagon wheel, but it feels good to get the monkey off the back, dude. It's there's been so many starts, so many opportunities, but we finally done it, and a huge game too, the final. So what's no better way to do it is this one again is pulled away nicely, but it's been a tough innings. We've got the 100 pretty quickly off 80 odd balls, but it's been a tough innings in patches with Meredith steaming in. Jackson Bird got a little wayward at times, but Bell as well was pretty decent. But Meredith mainly, a couple of spells, especially early on, and then around like the 60s, 70s, we were having a little bit of trouble. And then thankfully they brought Sandhu on when we were in the 80s, and he let us get away a bit, as that is absolutely smoked. The pressure was off. He threw it up. There was no mid off, so I felt pretty comfortable going through with the shot, and we absolutely clubbed it down the ground. So, right about here, I felt pretty good. 7 wickets down, lead almost 200. We can open up here and really have some fun. Try to get this 100 into a big 100, really, but it doesn't matter too much if we get out. Probably wouldn't be bad to actually come in and and have a bowl at them. But 110 off 91. Geez, it looks good. It feels good to have that triple figures to our name right here. As Sandu comes in another short ball. This time, we are going to get it on the top edge. And the short stuff worked, you know. They tried with a plan in the 80s. Thankfully, we got a few away. We got a few runs, but the plan comes off right here, the short stuff. We're always going to have a go at it, especially after getting the 100. And a nice little cutscene is, well, not a cutscene, but a nice little bit of stuff after you get a big score. When you walk off the ground, a little bit of a raise the bat, acknowledging the crowd. And yeah, what a performance. What a performance indeed, as Alex Doolan here is at the crease and coming onto bowl pretty early. They trail by 162. Wait, this is their... I wasn't even watching, but yeah, this is their second innings, is it? We enforce a follow-on. Yeah. We enforced a follow-on. We bundled them out in that the first inning, so we are in a very commanding position. And what a game! What a game it's been. Is that I thought it hit him on the toe first. Surely, gonna look at the replay of this one because I thought it hit him on the foot. It definitely hit the bat, but I thought it might have clipped the toe. Have a look at this one. Geez, that's close. Actually, it's probably outside the line of a stump regardless. So probably fair enough decision at the end of the day. Is another close one, but not going to be a wicket, as it looks like we are we going to have to bat again? Doesn't look like it. George Bailey, geez, what a resounding victory. I accidentally skipped over the cutscene with the celebration, but wow, because I didn't realize we won by this much. Have a look at this. We absolutely killed Tasmania 3 tons. We got bundled out at the end of it, which is fine. And then, who got the wicket? Look at this. 3 golden ducks. Steckity, did he get a hat trick? I don't know. There was a run out there. 3 golden ducks. What a way to finish. What a match. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.